On to our weekly favorite segments, Military Tales. In early 2000, when the world was ushering the digital era, the Kenya Defence Forces was among the first agencies in the country to digitize their operations and records.
Warrant Officer 2, Retired Daniel Odinga Elijah, served the Kenya Army, beg your pardon, for 33 years, and he was among the soldiers tasked with ensuring that all details were digitally captured to make access and storage a lot easier.
Odinga had a sit down with Ben Troy Njue in his home in Ongata Rongai, Kajiado County for this week's edition of
Military Tales.
About 19 kilometers from the capital, Nairobi, we are in Ongata Rongai to visit a former army officer, Warrant Officer 2 Retired Daniel Odinga Elijah, who served in the 66th Artillery Battalion and later on the 7th Kenya Rifles Battalion.
My name is Daniel Odinga Elijah. Elijah is my father's name and also my surname. I was born 61 years ago. My home is in Siaya, game in particular. I had a passion of the uniformed. I was a scout, a patrol leader, and I really loved working and also being part of the uniformed team.
After his primary and secondary education, Odinga, who had a dream of becoming a soldier, had a chance to join the army. 15th December of 1985 is the time that we joined. We reported to AFTC Lanet. We were the last lot that were trained there, but after the training, we were the first people again to pass out in the new ground that is cemented and tarmacked. The training was very tedious because what they are saying in Kiswahili, wanatoa uraia kwa miguu na kwa mikono. I was posted to 66th Artillery Battalion, where I also trained as a gunner. And also my line in that gun, I was a layer, the person who lays and also calls for that shot. Fire! Beside being trained as a gunner, I was also one of the footballers in artillery. It was called Barrel FC. I joined just a few months and then I left because of the nature of my faith. Most of the training were done on Saturday. Still at the artillery battalion, he joined the clerical department where he also got his first rank.
He did an interview for the clerical and we came to Nairobi for the clerical course. And after that, then I was promoted to corporal in the year 1991. So 1991 as a corporal and also as part of the clerical team, I was appointed as the registry clerk. I did that for some time, and then later on I was taken to another section as the typist, as the battalion typist. Then after that, I was removed to that place to a company. Now I was manning my own company. I was the clerk for that company. After that, still in the artillery but yeah, still in the artillery, still in Gilgil, and still in the same 66th Artillery Battalion. And then from there, when now I was being promoted to sergeant, I was transferred now to a different place and a different section to the Western Command. By that time, it was stationed at Lanet.
One of his big breaks as a clerical officer in the army was in the year 2004 when the digital era was at its infancy.
he was transferred to the Kenya Defence Forces headquarters as a computer operator.
I came to Nairobi to KCCT, Rongai, where I also took some courses, packages of computer packages. I was posted to Army headquarters as a computer operator. We were again part of the team that started putting records of all the personnel in the defense forces in soft copy. It wasn't easy because we were given targets. The target was 12 records, doing 12 records of persons in a day was not that easy.
For his next promotion, he was transferred to the 7 Kenya Rifles, famous the Maroon Commandos in Langata Barracks, as a documentation clerk and trainer.
We stayed there for more than at least around 4 years, and then I was taken to now 7 Kenya Rifles as a documentation clerk. I was also in charge of training my juniors. Since I had mastered service law, because that was part of my training, I used to train or to educate young soldiers on the element of laws in the armed forces. Then from there, I was promoted to Warrant Officer Class 2, and now I went back to Army headquarters. From there, I was removed from that section to be the chief clerk of IPPD section. I was once again transferred to Isiolo, Combined Arms Training Center, as the chief clerk. So that is where I stayed up to the year 2021, when now I retired. So I retired having served in the Army for 33 years and 64 days.
As a staunch Seventh-day Adventist, he explains how he balanced his faith and duties.
One is the element of being faithful to my God. I was one of the people who, for sure, were almost throughout were given permission to go and worship outside. Even when I was in Army headquarters, they really encouraged me to continue serving the Lord while also serving my country there.
Odinga outlines the qualities his demanding work called for.
One, to be a disciplinarian, time-keeping, being honest.
What are some of the values he picked up in the Army?
It taught me how to manage my time and value that time. That is one. Secondly is the discipline. When you are disciplined, one, you are self-controlled. You control yourself.
Having served in a peace mission, he rallies Kenyans to always maintain peace.
2003, we went to Sierra Leone. For Sierra Leone, we stayed there for almost a year. Let us embrace peace. Without peace, there is no development. Without peace, there is no growth whatsoever. Staying and living with one another as a brother is very important. We need to live with each other as brothers and sisters. So let us value peace.
A family man and a father of 4 notes the strong pillar his family has been over the years during his work schedule.
I value very much my family. The family after God. It is God first, the family, and then now your profession can come in. Beautiful wife, and also blessed with 4 beautiful daughters. We don't have that barrier in terms of culture, that because I have only daughters, they can only share with their mother. No. because we bonded while they were young. So that is how they know that I'm there, even when I was in the forces.
The 61-year-old veteran is now into business and farming. He's also heavily involved in church and community leadership. Later on, we have a sit-down in his house where he takes us through some of the awards acquired over the years and some memories. Military service is a challenging and fulfilling duty, and this veteran epitomizes workmanship, faith, and diligence in service. For Military Tales, I'm Ben Troy Njue.